it's getting kinda hectic. Too many things.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. But tonight we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the LA Chargers. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
I should probably sign a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drill. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rap to pay my bills.
Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Rolling to his right. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. This defense for the Vikings, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Oh, what a move. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's patience to be admired right there because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, this crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Myles Murphy has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And I think this is a round we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
A throw on the money to Rager. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 35.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
That is caught inside the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Hampton will score. Touchdown, Chargers. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. That's down the field for Jefferson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take the...
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Hampton going to try to punch it in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Lad McConkey, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make the score 14-0. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now McCarthy. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hawkinson, 70 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
The kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they looked really good.
They jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Over the middle and complete to Addison. But he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
At the Chargers' 36-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert back to the air. He gets it complete to Harris. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Will Dissly as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 21-14. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. McCarthy off the play fake. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
A final shot before break. McCarthy. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Oh, some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
An inside give to Jones. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but closed there quickly at the end. Throwing is McCarthy. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 21. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing
forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense. Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Ladd McConkey, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now up to 14. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Running right, Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
When the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Here's McCarthy. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches,
he's got a man complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Ladd McConkey. An even 90 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And they're working inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
First down, Minnesota.
McCarthy going to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now he's loose again. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Ryan McConkey, 92 yards. And the Chargers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from Charger territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Vikings are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
To the air again, McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll roll him out right. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. 2nd and 9.
At the 4-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for LA. 63 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Marion Hampton, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So the Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And that's caught inside the 35. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. They'll run off tackle with Jones. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. That's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
He's going to walk for on deep left side here. And got his man complete. A big play there for LA. 51 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
He finds his man complete. It's Harris. Yeah, he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
That's another Chargers.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Go. Set. 5-9. Go.
Herbert. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. 3rd and 20.
It's now 3rd down.
Herbert now steps away to his left. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
34 yards. That's another Chargers first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Go. Delta.
On 4th down, Herbert. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off, let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
To the air with McCarthy. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, partner, Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Los Angeles, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the